Once upon a time, in a bustling city filled with towering skyscrapers and countless opportunities, there lived a bright and ambitious university student named Anita. Anita was a woman of many talents and aspirations. She excelled in her studies, always striving for top grades. But her real passion lay elsewhere, in the world of fashion design. She dreamed of one day owning her own fashion boutique, where she could showcase her unique and innovative designs to the world. Despite her many talents and burning desire to succeed, Anita found herself constantly struggling with a lack of money. No matter how hard she worked, it seemed like she was never able to save up enough to pursue her dreams. Instead, she spent most of her time worrying about money and dreading the day when her bank account would become empty again. If only I could find a higher-paying job, she often told herself, then all my money problems would be solved. So Anita continued working hard at school and searching for a better job in her spare time. She applied for numerous positions, hoping to land one that would finally give her the financial stability she so desperately craved. However, no matter how many interviews she went on, she could unseem to land a job that paid well enough to make a significant difference in her financial situation. As the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Anita began to feel defeated and disheartened. She questioned whether her dreams were truly attainable, or if she was destined to live a life of financial struggle. One day, as Anita was sitting in her room, deep in thought, she heard a knock on the door. It was her mentor, Ms. Jackson, a wise and successful businesswoman who had taken Anita under her wing when she first started her studies. "Come with me," Ms. Jackson said to Anita, sensing her troubled thoughts. And without asking any questions, Anita followed her mentor out the door. When they arrived at their destination, Anita was surprised to see that it was an old bookstore. The two spent hours browsing through the aisles, looking for a specific book that Ms. Jackson had asked Anita to read. As they searched, Ms. Jackson engaged Anita in conversation, asking her questions about her goals and aspirations. She wanted to understand what was troubling her, so she could offer guidance and support. Finally, they located the book, and Ms. Jackson handed it to Anita. "This book will help you," she said with a knowing smile. Before leaving Anita to explore the bookstore some more, with a sense of curiosity and anticipation, Anita opened the book and began reading. As she delved deeper into its pages, she realized that the book contained a wealth of knowledge and practical tips that could help her achieve her financial goals. With renewed determination, Anita put the lessons she learned from the book into practice and soon began to see positive results. Her financial situation improved, and she was finally able to take steps towards owning her own fashion boutique. The lessons she had learned from the book became a guiding light, helping her navigate the challenges that came her way and stay focused on her ultimate goal. The book that Ms. Jackson had recommended to Anita was none other than Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin. This classic personal finance guide had been a game changer for Ms. Jackson when she was struggling to find her financial footing early in her career. She knew that the same principles and strategies could help Anita overcome her money worries and achieve her dreams. In the book, Vicki Robin teaches readers to take control of their finances by adopting a new mindset and making conscious choices about their spending and saving habits. Robin emphasizes that money is a tool that can be used to create a life that aligns with one's values and priorities. But it requires awareness, discipline, and a willingness to make changes. One of the key concepts introduced in Your Money or Your Life is the idea of tracking expenses. By keeping track of where their money is going, individuals can gain a clear understanding of their financial habits and identify areas where they can cut back and save more. This concept was what Ms. Jackson had hoped to instill in Anita when she recommended the book to her. She wanted Anita to see that while having big dreams was important, it was equally important to have a plan to achieve those dreams. Anita needed to take control of her finances and make conscious choices about how she was going to use her money. Anita sat down with a blank sheet of paper and a pen and began writing down every single expense she had incurred in the previous month. At first it felt like a tedious and pointless task. Would jotting down numbers help her achieve her dream of owning a fashion boutique? Nevertheless, she persisted, dutifully recording every purchase, no matter how small or insignificant it seemed. Days turned into weeks, and Anita diligently continued tracking her expenses. She wrote down the cost of her daily coffee, the monthly subscription she barely used, and the impulse buys she often regretted. It was tedious, but she was determined to see this through. After a month of meticulous record-keeping, Anita took a step back and examined her notes. What she discovered was both shocking and enlightening. She realized that her small daily expenses, such as the morning coffee or the occasional treat, were quickly adding up and eating away at her savings. She also noticed that her gym membership, which she hardly used, and streaming subscriptions she didn't really care about, were draining her finances without providing much value, most surprisingly. She saw that impulsive purchases driven by boredom or peer pressure had become a significant drain on her resources. It was a revelation that changed everything for her. Before tracking her expenses, Anita had no idea how much her daily habits were costing her. She had always considered herself to be a responsible and frugal person, but the truth was that her small, seemingly insignificant expenses were getting in the way of her dreams. The data she had collected was a wake-up call, a clear sign that she needed to take action if she wanted to achieve her goals. It was no longer enough to simply wish for financial success. She now had the knowledge and awareness of her spending patterns, which was the first step towards taking control of her finances. Armed with this newfound understanding, Anita resolved to make changes. She canceled unnecessary subscriptions, cut back on impulse buying, and started seeking out free or low-cost entertainment options. Her daily coffee habit, something she had never thought of changing, became a rare treat rather than a daily ritual. As months passed, Anita's savings grew steadily, and she began setting aside a portion of her income each month towards her dream of opening a fashion boutique. She researched business loans, connected with other entrepreneurs, and developed a detailed plan for her future venture. Anita's journey was a testament to the power of awareness. By taking the time to track her expenses, she gained the knowledge she needed to make informed financial decisions, prioritize her goals, and ultimately take control of her financial future. The realization that small, seemingly insignificant expenses can have a significant impact on one's financial well-being is a powerful lesson. By tracking her expenses, Anita uncovered areas where she could cut back and save more, allowing her to allocate her funds towards her dreams. In the end, it was this simple yet effective step that paved the way for Anita's success. If you're feeling stuck and unmotivated in your financial situation, remember the story of Anita. Take inspiration from her and start tracking your expenses today. You never know what revelations you might uncover or what changes you might make that could lead you towards your dreams. Start small, track your daily spending, and watch as you gain control over your finances and work towards a brighter, more promising future. And if you want to go deeper into this topic, we recommend checking out the book Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin. It's a great resource to help you on your journey towards financial freedom. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share for more insightful content. Also, check out our newsletter for more amazing stories and valuable insights. Remember, together we can build wealth and create a better future. See you next time on Zamuka Minds.